honors America with the singing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Mr. Referee, the crush is ready. The Spuds are ready. Let's play lacrosse.
Welcome back to Jim Goda Stadium for more Moorhead Lacrosse playoff action. You just heard Mrs. Kuntz absolutely belting out the national anthem, so we want to give a huge thank you to Mrs. Kuntz. My name is Andrew Searles. I'll be your host. Join with me, my co-host, Matt Peters. Matt Peters, how's it going today? What do you like about this matchup?
This is a big Section 8 matchup. Obviously, semifinal game here. The Spuds played the Crush earlier in the season here at Jim Goda Stadium. They came away with the victory, and they're looking to do that again today. Both teams are going to need a fast start this game.
I believe that previous Crush versus Spuds game, the Spuds were down two of their top defensemen, Gavin File, joined by, I believe, Rod Hasgar. They're both out.
Burner King.
They were both out, and now they are both back. And those are two crucial pieces to this Moorhead defense.
Yeah, it's ready to play some lacrosse.
Yeah. Starters are at the 50, going over rules with the refs. Goalies will shake up, and we will have a face-off and more Moorhead Lacrosse action.
Looking like we might get some rain here. Hoping that stays to the north side of us.
Yeah, clouds do look a little iffy, but the weather is warm.
Colin Baumgartner and Jonas Malminger shake hands at midfield, and we are ready for some playoff lacrosse.
I believe this is Malminger's second ever section playoff game. I believe he's a new goalie for the Crush.
That face-off there, won by the Crush. Benjamin Ruley. Bouncer.
Wow, and
saved by Baumgartner. Little chaotic start there for the Spuds.
Yeah, quick two shots by the Crush. Both. One was stopped by Colin. The other one was shot wide.
Now the Crush working it around the outside. Like I said, looking for a fast start to this game. Number 22, Joseph Torberg, was locked down by Colby Career during the last matchup. He's going to need to show up today. Here is Torberg, guarded by Carson Kuntz.
Kuntz with a little wrap check, got a piece of his head. Looks like they'll wave it off. Let him play. That's what we like to see. That's how you know it's going to be a good day here at Jim Goda.
Donk with the ball now on the far side, guarded by Colby Career. Looks to dodge from X. And a big save by Baumgartner.
Bomber looking good right off the start. A couple big saves. And now Oliver Judd will do his thing.
Baumgartner to Judd for the hero clear. Finds Joel Eggerdahl. Eggerdahl is double teamed at the 40. Beats his man, loses the ball. Cooper Sorby comes away with it. Little chaotic start to the game there for the Spuds, but
Yeah,
found their rhythm on defense and stopped the crush.
Looks like the Spuds are just going to set up their offense, move around the ball.
Oliver Judd looking to go on Torberg. Beats one.
Goal.
Shot and a goal. Oliver Judd getting things started for the boys wearing white.
Nice little pass from Blythe right back to Ollie, and Ollie just finds the back of the net.
Judd beating Torberg on defense. Slide coming a little late there for the crush. Oliver Judd capitalizes. Spuds up 1-0 with 10:24 to go in the first quarter.
Couldn't help but notice on the roster here, the Crush have 3 7th graders. I've yet to see that in my commentating career.
That is a first for me as well. Now Midthune and Ruley at the face-off X. Oliver Judd needs a break after that goal. Ground ball picked up by Kuntz, and he will clear over the 50.
Still can't get over Kuntz's mom's national anthem. She absolutely belted that.
That was great.
She received a standing applause after.
Now Eggerdahl rolls it back to the first goal scorer of the game. Judd now with the ball. Same matchup as before. Tries to beat Torberg. Swings it down to Alderson at X. Alderson from his sweet spot. Draws the slide.
Nice little skip pass by Alderson.
Sends it over top to Allness. Allness rips off the crossbar.
Stings the corner right off the pipe and goes out of bounds.
Jeffrey Allness, little fadeaway shot there off the crossbar and out of bounds. Alderson now to restart. Back at X. Bounce pass to Judd. Nothing there for the Spuds. Over to Allness.
Spuds are getting a little cute with their passes early on.
Never a bad thing to see. Jace Blythe with a rip. Huge save there by Malminger.
That was a great shot by Blythe, getting his stick low, getting a low to high shot quick.
Big hit there
Good save by the goalie.
Allness. And a play on. Spuds pick up the ball, so the whistle blows. Allness most likely called for a loose ball push. Good shot decision there by Blythe, using his defender as a little bit of a screen, but it was tracked all day by Malminger. Torberg now looking to clear by himself. Has not gotten the touch yet. Not sure if the Crush are aware. And they get a failure.
Yeah.
Torberg thought he made it past the 30, which would give the St. Cloud Crush the touch. He did not. And a failure to clear on St. Cloud. Ball comes back the other way. Caleb Alderson with it. Alderson over to Eggerdahl.
Thought Alderson was going to do his famous no-look pass there.
Ball up top for Midthune. Midthune looks to dodge down the alley. Beats one guy. Slide comes. Midthune is double-teamed over there. Ball back to Joel Eggerdahl up top. Over to Chose. Chose stumbles on the dodge a little bit. Gets back on his feet. Finds Allness. Allness over to Blythe. Eggerdahl. Shot. Missed the cage.
Alderson's there for the chase. It will remain Spud's ball.
Not a super high-quality chance there for the Spuds. Eggerdahl kind of fading away from the net. Low-to-low shot. Alderson now on the restart. Shot goes
wide.
Off of the St. Cloud defender, I believe. That is Max Bastine.
There's a little head contact there, but then again, the ref is letting him slide, as we've seen earlier in the game.
You don't want this game to come down to weak penalties, so I like the call by these refs here. Judd now to Allness, can't quite hold on to it in the crease. Up top to Oliver Judd. Judd to Mithun. Mithun looks for the shot. Just rolls wide, and Alderson is there to back it up. Alderson there, guarded by Torberg. Good check there by Torberg. And the takeaway. Spuds with the ride. Shot and a goal. Jace Blythe.
This kind of landed right on the doorstep, and no one was there from the Crush to defend him, and he just scooped it and found the back of the net.
That was a great defensive play there by Joe Torberg. And then a better defensive play there by the Spuds, getting that ball back. Left a gift there for Mr. Blythe right in the crease.
Blythe makes it 2-0 in favor of the Spuds. Started off this first quarter.
Shout out to whoever fixed the Ryan Frisch Remax Legacy scoreboard.
That is correct. Last game, the construction crew decided to hit a wire. They didn't want there to be a scoreboard for the Becker Bulldogs. But it's back up and running for tonight's game.
Ruley comes away with that face-off win, gets a touch, and the Crush will set up in their offense. Pfeiffer over to Binsfeld. Now Braden Donk with it, looks to dodge over top. Connor Harens now guarded by Colby Career. Will take Career behind the net.
This must be a setup ISO play because the Crush seem to be watching the passer a lot.
Behind the back pass over the head of the Crush midfielder. I believe that was Connor Wavering, ended up in the crease, so Spuds will come away with the ball. Kuntz now finds Eggerdahl. Eggerdahl needs a touch.
And he gets it.
He will get it.
Braden Chose substituted onto the field despite missing yesterday's practice, is what we've been told by Coach Deelstra. Let's see what Braden has in store for us.
Brighton dodges into two defenders there. Jace Blythe picks up the ground ball. Big check there by the St. Cloud defender. Dislodging the ball. Brighton.
Oh.
Thought Brighton had that one.
I also thought he did, but
Malminger stole that one from him, and the Crush will set up in their clear. This is Avinson now, the pole for St. Cloud. Over to Bastine. Up to the other
picked off
team.
by Ferendorf.
Nick Ferendorf looks to come in. Spuds don't really have numbers.
Ooh.
Joel Eggerdahl on the doorstep there, can't quite hold on to it. Fight for the ground ball on the far side.
That was a creative pass by Blythe. Little shovel behind the back. Right to the hands of Eggerdahl. Just couldn't hang on to it.
And a timeout called by the St. Cloud Crush.
Pam is a small business owner. She is swamped. Pam knows she needs to advertise, but is overwhelmed by all the options. What if there was a way for Pam to have access to a team of media experts? What if this was at no extra cost and didn't require a contract? Meet Avenue Right. Save time, money, and get peace of mind that your advertising dollars are well spent.
Boss DXT snowplows are tough to beat. Featuring dual trip tech, flared wings, and optional D-force for improved scraping and backdragging performance. Choose from 3 different sizes in steel, stainless steel, and poly. The Boss DXT is built to restore order.
Your home for Boss snowplows is Bert's Truck Equipment on Highway 75 North in Moorhead.
Little scoring update as we come out of that timeout. The girls lacrosse team, the three-seeded Spuds taking on the 2-seed STMA in STMA. It is a 2-2 game with about 19 minutes remaining.
And here for the boys, the Ryan Frisch Remax Legacy scoreboard reads 2-0 with 4 minutes and 40 seconds remain in the first quarter.
We will bring you updates to the girls game as we get them. But for now, Crush set up in their offense. Pfeiffer now with it over to Torberg. Torberg looks to go on Kuntz. Pick set by Pfeiffer. And a good stick check there by Judd.
Creer with a little Hail Mary right in the hands of Judd.
Right to Judd.
Great
Looks
pass.
for Alderson. Alderson all alone. Goal. Caleb Alderson off the finish. Pass from Judd and Career. Career will not get the assist, but Judd should get an apple on that one.
Honorable mention to Colby Creer for that breakout pass. Just an absolute dime right into the basket of Judd. And Judd finds Alderson doorstep.
That whole play there started by the defensive effort of Oliver Judd. Torberg showing to shoot. Oliver Judd was not going to bite. Got that stick check in there. Dislodged the ball. Career picked it up. Back to Judd, to Alderson, back of the net. Spuds up 3-0. 4 minutes and 7 seconds to play in the first quarter. Face off there, Jet Mersil with the win. Flips it to Eggerdahl. Spuds need a touch, and they get it. Caleb Alderson now with the ball behind the St. Cloud net. All the way up top to Midthune.
A two-man sub. Midthune and Alness just entered the field for the Spuds.
Midthune in range, shot, saved by Malminger. That defender there for St. Cloud, Samuel Binsfeld, was a little deep there on the start of the dodge, and Midthune had a shot there all day. Good ride there by Eggerdahl.
Eggerdahl doorstep trying to rake it.
And the Crush with short time to get it over.
And a Hail Mary.
Get it over all the way to Baumgartner. And Baumgartner finds Judd for the clear.
I'm starting to think the Spuds clear is just find Oliver Judd. That's what it seems to be. Defenders and goalies just throw it up and hope it lands in the stick of Judd.
Sounds like a good plan for the Spuds. It's been working so far.
Has been working.
Fight for the ground ball on the far side. Oliver Judd with another hustle play. Hit there by Alderson. Judd comes away with it. Goal. Oliver Judd.
Second of the night.
Another good defensive-ish play by the Spuds. Torberg thought he was going to scoop that one up with ease. Alderson comes in, lays the body. Another gift there for Oliver Judd.
Oliver Judd extends the Spuds lead to 4-0 with 2 minutes and 28 seconds remain in the first quarter.
Scoring for Moorhead with 2:28 remaining in the first quarter, number 17.
Cooper Sorby
Oliver
comes away with that one to Jet Mersil. Tries to keep that one in the field of play. It rolls out of bounds. And Benjamin Ruley will start with the ball on the far side. Apologies for the mic troubles. The wind is picking up here at Jim Goda Stadium. Looks like rain is on the way. Torberg now with it up top. Over to Donk.
Weather seems to be picking up over here. What we do not want to see is lightning. If there's a lightning strike, then we are forced to take a 30-minute break.
And the 30-minute break restarts every time there is a lightning strike. For those of you that were watching last week, that was a big problem. Torberg now to shoot. Good stick there by Berneking.
Clamped up by the freshman.
And Baumgartner gets 5 seconds to get back into his crease after the chase.
Baumgartner loves playing aggressive. You like to see that in goalie.
Crush with a good amount of offensive possession time here, but the Spuds playing lockdown defense. This is Connor Harns on Colby Career. Career dislodges the ball. Harn picks it up. Pick there. Shot and a goal.
Wow, what
St. Cloud.
a celly by Connor Warvren. Beats Baumgartner, finds the back of the net. And he lets the Moorhead student section know.
Wavering with a doorstep finish there. Good play by the St. Cloud other two attackmen. That was Harns and Donk. Donk set a pick there on Career. Little space for Harns to make the pass. Slide had to come, and Wavering buried. Face off, Judd and Ruley.
Oh, big tumble there by Mr. Chose and Benjamin Ruley.
Colby Career comes away with that ground ball. And he will clear over the 50.
Career waves off.
Chase down there
Judd tells him to stay back.
Chase Donahue. Good hustle play there by Donahue to stop that fast break. Joel Eggerdahl now will come away with this one. Blythe now looks to shoot. Shot. Save Malminger.
Malminger's been doing a great job of stopping deep shots. I wonder if the Spuds will continue to force it to the middle and try and find cheesy goals.
We will take a 2-minute break. Spuds are up 4-1 after quarter one.
Don't work out where you won't work out. Blueprint Personal Training. At Blueprint, you'll work directly with an experienced personal trainer and nutrition coach in our brand new private gym. Tell us about your fitness goals, and we'll provide the personalized workouts and motivation to get the results you want to see. Training, nutrition, accountability. Blueprint Personal Training. BlueprintFargo.com.
We are The Breakdown. For almost 2 decades, we've published the most comprehensive yearbooks on Minnesota high school sports and run the best in-season and off-season events. We cover every corner of the state. We are The Breakdown.
Scoring update on that first quarter. Caleb Alderson with 1, Jace Blythe with another, Oliver Judd with 2, and Connor Wavering with 1 for the Crush. The winner of this game will play on Thursday at the high seed St. Michael Albertville, taking on Elk River right now in the other semifinal game. I believe that game starts at 7 o'clock.
St. Michael ranked 3rd in the section, while Elk River is the 2nd seed. Who do you think's going to win that one?
You know, I watched both the teams play Moorhead, and I thought Elk River was the better team, but it's playoff lacrosse, so you never know. Elk River taking the Spuds to overtime.
I'd also have to agree that Elk River would be the favorite against the St. Michaelville Knights.
Either way, though, if the Spuds win tonight, it will secure a home game for the section final, first time ever in Spuds lacrosse history. Spuds looking to bury one here, extend their lead to 4. Brighton Chose down the alley. to Blythe. Blythe shoots just wide. Alderson wins the chase.
For you listening at home, that was the infamous railroad tracks behind Jim Goda Stadium. You can hear breaking.
Apologies for that. Ball rolls out of bounds off of Nick Ferendorf's stick. Torberg will pick it up to start for the Crush. He will look to clear by himself. And the Crush look like they are set up into their offensive unit.
This will be the Crush's first possession of the second quarter. I'd assume that their coaches instructed them to move it around a little bit more, get a little more confident, get some better looks.
So far, the only way they have beat the Spuds was off a designed pick play behind the net. Ruley with it, over to Torberg. Torberg looks to roll back to his left. Shot, bouncer, just wide of Colin Baumgartner. Wavering back there to win the chase, and the Crush will restart with it in the end zone. Wavering over to Harens.
That was not the first bouncer that the Crush have missed wide. Might be something to look at if I'm head coach Bailey Stedman.
Braden Donk with the ball now. All the way over to the other side. Torberg has it, guarded by Kuntz. Hasbargen now. Shot by Donk just over the cage. Good pressure there on the hands of Donk by Hasbargen. Harens now with it. Another pick. Set by Torberg. Crush getting a little different looks here. This is now Harens on Kuntz. Rolls over the top. Pass out of bounds. Spuds ball. Not sure if Kuntz got a stick on that one. Got in the hands of Harens.
Spud's long poles are looking really good tonight. That must be from head defensive coach John Dielstra coming back from Boston.
Decided to
show up
for
to this
a
game.
Section game finally. Spuds turn it over again. Crush back to their offense. Donk to Torberg. All the way over to Elliot Wayne. Back up top to Wayne. Over to Torberg, looks to go quick. Behind the back pass to Donk. Hit there by Career. All the way down low. Poke there by Hasbargen. Shot outside of the cage. Baumgartner will scoop it up.
Both teams seem to be pulling out their passing packages, showing different types of passes, how creative the sport can be. And a yard sale on Chos.
That is Chase Donahue. And another hustle play.
And he yard sails them back. He said, "You're going to do it to me, I'll do it right back."
Spuds now with numbers. Pass to Alderson. Big save by Malminger. And
Agardal just missing the rebound.
St. Cloud should come away with this ball. Had a couple chances to do so. Alness gets the loose push. Crush ball. Augie Dorn now up to Torberg.
Torberg seems to be St. Cloud's main guy. I've been hearing his name a lot from Mr. Matt Peters over here.
Is the main guy, and I'm sure the Spuds are well aware of that. So somebody else is going to.
Oliver Judge is showing that he's got that dog in him and absolutely manhandles
30-second hold
Benjamin Ruley
on Oliver Judd. He will take a seat by Coach Kelly and Coach Dielstra.
I can't imagine the coaches are mad about that one. That was just a hustle play. Out muscling the opponent.
Huge man up here for the Crush. Looking to pull within two. working it around. Everybody's getting a feel for the ball. Torberg will look to shoot. Fake to his left.
Nice play by Torberg. Fake shot, brings it to his offhand, lets it fly. But that'll be another missed net for the Crush.
That's one of those things. Now the Spuds have seen it, so they will most likely not give that up anymore. Carson Kuntz bites on the fake right-handed shot from Torberg. Flips to his left and shoots just wide. Harns now with the ball behind the net. Spuds are now even strength, 6-on-6. Waveren guarded by Hasbargen. Good defense there by Rylan Hasbargen. And Torberg looks to dodge on Kuntz. Another pick, but a good help there from Cooper Sorby on the left side of Kuntz. Now Torberg on a shorty, not something you want to see. Backdoor pass was wide open, knocked down by Hasbargen.
I don't think most folks at home really understand how good the Moorhead defensive pulls are. Just about any player could take Torberg. They could take anyone on the St. Cloud Crush.
Missed pass there on the fast break for the Spuds. Crush will turn it over. Long defensive possession here for the Spuds. Look to maybe get a break there, and the Spuds attack, throw the ball away. Back on defense for the guys wearing white. If you're St. Cloud here, this is a good time to capitalize. Now up top to Wayne. Over to Donahue. Skip pass to the crease. Not quite held there by the attackman. Oliver Judd can't come away with that clear pass. Another failed clear by the Spuds. Caleb Alderson with a good hustle play all the way across the field to intercept that pass. Looks to Blythe. Blythe rolls. And a stick check there by Torberg. Not sure if he tried to do that, but it worked out in the favor of the Crush. And then a push with possession called on Jace Blythe. He will go take a seat for 30 seconds.
I mean, a push to the back, I mean, they're going to call that every time. They let the kids play, but when it's on the back,
that's pretty obvious.
Pretty obvious.
Crush with another man up here. Timeout by the Spuds. Crush with a lot of pressure here in the last couple minutes.
Yeah,
not a lot of offensive time for the Spuds.
Crush seemed to be changing the momentum a little bit. Seemed to be a little bit more confident, a little more calm, and they showed.
We will be right back.
Before I became a real boy, life was easy. I just sat there doing sandwich stuff. But being alive is so hard. So if you don't want to get up to get a sandwich, you shouldn't have to.
To show up to work every day, it's not a job. It's not just a paycheck. It ultimately is a way of life. And to add that extra smile in someone's day is what gets me to work every day. And in return, to just receive those smiles and those thank yous or those squeezes of your hand is so meaningful. And it really brings me back every day.
Another scoring update for the girls team. Girls went down 3-2 with 6:20 remaining. A quick goal by the Spuds. Sydney Martinson ties it back up at 3-3. I believe that is 6:08 remaining in the first half against St. Michael Albertville. Andrew, if you're the Crush, what are you talking about in that timeout?
Well, I just saw them come out of the huddle with some energy. They were excited. So I'm assuming that the head coach, Mr. Stedman, gave some words of encouragement to move the ball around, get shots, keep getting shots, and maybe just hit the net. You know, they've had probably 8 shots that just are wide or over the net.
Speaking of missing the net, Benjamin Ruley rings one off the post. Spuds are man down for not too much longer. Spuds to even strength. Oliver Judd comes on the field.
Ooh, applies pressure.
Fight for the ground ball again. Hockey pass over to his buddy Caleb Alderson. And the Spuds will hopefully look to slow things down here.
That was a great little smart play by Judd. You know, most players won't do that little laser pass off the ground right in the hands of Alderson, and now the Spuds are on offense.
3 minutes and 50 seconds to play. Spuds up 4-1. Huge defensive showing by the Spuds in this second quarter. Jeff Allness now with it. Over the top. Low pass there, handled by Alderson. All the way up top to Mid-Dune, can't quite hold on to it, and that will roll over the 50, over and back on the Spuds. As soon as you cross the 50 and get a touch, you can't go back over the 50. Now, again, St. Cloud Crush will have a chance to bring this game within 2. Torberg again on Judd. Spinning, and a huge stick check there by Oliver Judd. We've seen that move from Torberg all night, and Judd read him like a book. Finds Blythe.
This is why a goal.
Blythe ends up in the crease. And I don't know about that one, but I think that might get called back.
Yeah, I think the refs are going to discuss this one.
Jace Blythe beats Bastien on the face dodge and lands obviously in the crease. Behind the goal line, but well into the crease. Not sure if the officials picked up on that one. Not sure if the St. Cloud bench picked up on that one either. Jeff Allness gets the rebound and buries. Big break there for the Spuds. I'm not sure if that was a good goal.
I mean, this is why we praise Judd. I mean, he takes face-offs. He has 2 goals on the night. Then he locks up St. Cloud's top offensive player, memorizes his moves, and makes him look like a fool at the end of the day. And goes down and creates a scoring opportunity for the Spuds, which they capitalize.
Torberg now sitting on the bench thinking about that one. Crush back on offense. Not for long until they throw the ball out of bounds. Things are starting to look better for the Spuds here in the second quarter. Full field pass over to Kuntz, Mrs. Kuntz, and Eggerdahl. Turnover there by the Spuds. I believe it was tipped by the Crush, actually, so Spuds will stay with the ball. Yeah, Torberg rolled back and left that stick hanging to look for the shot. Oliver Judd with the overhead check. Huge defensive play turned into a goal for the Spuds once again. That is why Oliver Judd is the flex player of the section for Section 8. He can do it all. Face-offs, offense, defense, you name it.
Yeah, I'd like to see the flex player of the state and understand why Oliver Judd is not him.
Caleb Alderson with a relentless ride there. Crush, clock winding down. Good stick check there by Alderson. One of the reasons he is a first-team section player. Gets the ball back for Moorhead. Joel Eggerdahl looks to go to Tweeten. Bouncer off the leg of Malminger. Spuds come away with it again.
Doorstep stop by Malminger.
Ever since that timeout, the time on attack for these two teams have kind of switched.
Yeah. Blythe showing his aggressiveness.
Blythe tries to find Ferendorf in the crease. Malminger scoops that one up. Flag is down, whistle blows, and Augie Dorn, I believe, will go for a slash. 1 minute penalty on the Crush. 1 minute and 13 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Mid-Thune over to Judd. Spuds running the wheel that we've seen all year. Alderson looks to shoot. Rising shot over the net.
Eggerdahl gets a chase. This also seems to be a favorite of the Spuds for their power plays, man-ups, whatever you would like to call it. I believe they used the same one last year.
Helps if the kids practice it for more than a year. And these guys got it down. Alderson tries a little hockey shot.
Alderson's not happy, and neither is Midthune on that calling about the chase. And from what it seemed to be up here, can't blame him.
Looks like Midthune may have won that. Instead, the possession was awarded to Malminger. Ball don't lie. Eggerdahl to Judd, and Judd puts one in the back of the net.
What a read by Eggerdahl. He read the crushed defenseman, picked off the pass, and fed a crashing Judd, who found the back of the net.
That's one of those times, you know, call doesn't go your way. You just get the ball back, make him pay for it. Oliver Judd with his third of the game, I believe.
I believe that's correct.
2 of which was a pass to Judd in the crease. Wide open shot, goal. Jet Mersil now to face off against Elliot Wayne.
Still a scramble.
Both sophomores facing off there. Ball comes out to another sophomore, Carson Kuntz. And the timeout called by the Spuds. Spuds want to slow things down here. 24 seconds remaining in the second quarter. We will be right back.
Natural talent, physical gifts, training advantages. To become a champion, none of that matters. True champions are the ones who are comfortable working harder, staying later, and finding that competitive edge. They are never satisfied simply doing a good job, because those who transform themselves from local talent into local folklore are the ones who continually perform beyond their limits. Bell Bank, proudly supporting champions everywhere.
We asked the team how we should celebrate the $2 million given to Casasa members last year. Dana wanted us to hire a marching band. Amanda thought that we should drop 2 million balloons. And Kevin, well, Kevin always wants to use the money gun. Steve thought, well, what if we just said it?
Last year, First Community Credit Union gave $2 million in Casasa rewards.
Both teams coming out of their huddle with their little pump up chant. From up here, we heard Coach Wemkin of the Moorhead Spuds talking about a quick shot with the 25 seconds remain in the quarter.
Both head coaches meeting with the official in the box at the 50-yard line. Not sure what it's about. If I had to take a guess, this would be a warning to both teams for the talk on the field after Oliver Judd buried that goal. A little bit of a hit there. Not a dirty play at all, just kind of body on body, and Judd let him hear it. Oliver Judd with the ball. Will get the touch. Spuds looking for the last shot of the quarter. 13 seconds to play.
In the hands of Allness. Ooh.
Pass just outside the reach of Eggerdahl. 5 seconds. Malminger will throw to the far side. And that will be the score going into halftime. Spuds are up 6-1 after 2 quarters. Girls team tied 4-4 at half. Excuse me. They're down 4-5, and we will be back in roughly 10 minutes.
Moorhead Dental Associates, you'll get the very best care and state-of-the-art technology. Dr. Scatfold and Dr. Johnson are now accepting new patients. Call or stop in to Moorhead Dental Associates.
We asked the team how we should celebrate the $2 million given to CASASA members last year. Ben wanted to spread the news with the help of an airplane. Jen thought we should celebrate by giving everyone a cake. And Eric wanted to make it into a movie.
$2 million.
Steve thought, well, what if we just said it?
Last year, First Community Credit Union gave $2 million in CASASA rewards.
Revive Professional Massage Therapy Clinic, serving the FM community for over 9 years. Locally owned and operated. Open 7 days a week, day, evening, and same-day appointments available. Couples massages also available. 20 highly trained professional licensed massage therapists on staff. Now with 2 locations, South Fargo and Detroit Lakes, offering online booking and online gift certificates. www.reviveprofessionalmassage.com. Valley Alignment and Auto Repair has provided the FM area with vehicle service and repairs since 1978. They perform your vehicle service needs from oil changes and brakes to transmission and engine rebuilds. Valley Alignment and Auto Repair is a proud sponsor of Spuds Athletics and wish all the athletes and families a great 2022-23 school year and sports season.
Pam is a small business owner. She is swamped. Pam knows she needs to advertise, but is overwhelmed by all the options. What if there was a way for Pam to have access to a team of media experts? What if this was at no extra cost and didn't require a contract? Meet Avenue Right. Save time, money, and get peace of mind that your advertising dollars are well spent.
Boss DXT snowplows are tough to beat. Featuring dual trip tech, flared wings, and optional D-force for improved scraping and backdragging performance. Choose from 3 different sizes in steel, stainless steel, and poly. The Boss DXT is built to restore order.
Your home for Boss snowplows is Bert's Truck Equipment on Highway 75 North in Moorhead.
Don't work out where you won't work out. Blueprint Personal Training. At Blueprint, you'll work directly with an experienced personal trainer and nutrition coach in our brand new private gym. Tell us about your fitness goals, and we'll provide the personalized workouts and motivation to get the results you want to see. Training, nutrition, accountability. Blueprint Personal Training. BlueprintFargo.com.
We are The Breakdown. For almost 2 decades, we've published the most comprehensive yearbooks on Minnesota high school sports and run the best in-season and off-season events. We cover every corner of the state. We are The Breakdown.
Before I became a real boy, life was easy. I just sat there doing sandwich stuff. But being alive is so hard. So if you don't want to get up to get a sandwich, you shouldn't have to.
To show up to work every day, it's not a job. It's not just a paycheck. It ultimately is a way of life. And to add that extra smile in someone's day is what gets me to work every day. And in return, to just receive those smiles and those thank yous or those squeezes of your hand is so meaningful. And it really brings me back every day.
Natural talent, physical gifts, training advantages. To become a champion, none of that matters. True champions are the ones who are comfortable working harder, staying later, and finding that competitive edge. They are never satisfied simply doing a good job, because those who transform themselves from local talent into local folklore are the ones who continually perform beyond their limits. Bell Bank, proudly supporting champions everywhere.
We asked the team how we should celebrate the $2 million given to CASASA members last year. Dana wanted us to hire a marching band. Amanda thought that we should drop 2 million balloons. And Kevin, well, Kevin always wants to use the money gun. Steve thought, well, what if we just said it?
Last year, First Community Credit Union gave $2 million in CASASA rewards.
And we are back at Spuds TV, brought to you by Muscatel Subaru. Spuds are up 6-1 on the Ryan Frisch Remax Legacy scoreboard. Boys are passing the ball around, getting their sticks dialed in. If you're St. Cloud, Andrew, what are we thinking out of halftime?
You know, I think it's do or die. It's if you want to continue to play, you got to show up in this half. I mean, it's pretty basic stuff. We got to have that energy, got to work as a team, and you got to find the back of the net.
A pretty dull second quarter there for both teams. St. Cloud started that quarter with a lot of offensive zone time, and then it flipped. St. Cloud took a timeout. After that timeout, Spuds won a little bit of offensive run there. Jeffrey Allness getting one in the second quarter, as well as Oliver Judd's third. Adds 2 to the Spuds score of 6. And we are just moments away from the second half.
Spuds' big 3 of deep holes, Gavin Fowle, Colby Creer, and Ron Hasbargen, the 3 seniors. Absolute lockdowns going to take their positioning. Colin Baumgartner also tending the net. Looking alert, flicking a stick.
Crush had a lot of chances there in the second quarter, but like you said, a lot of missed nets, a lot of posts. If they want to come back in this game here, they're gonna have to bury a couple of those shots. Face off between Judd and Ruley. Won by Oliver Judd to Carson Kuntz. Kuntz has numbers to Blythe. Blythe, nice face dodge, goal. That is not the start you want if you are St. Cloud.
You know, I thought Kuntz was going to rip that. As we know, the kid loves to pull the trigger, scoring against Shakopee and also against, I believe, Becker.
I think you're right.
Yeah, I think that's
Becker.
right.
Yeah.
He had 2 pull downs, so we were expecting the pull down, but he feeds Blythe. Blythe is a nice little hezzy and finds the back of the net.
Kuntz with the smart play on that one. Give that to your attackmen that are, their job out there is to score. Kuntz's job is to stop the other team from scoring. Smart play there.
Smart play by Kuntz.
About 10 seconds into the third quarter, Spud's now up 7-1. Flag comes down. Oliver Judd with the penalty free play here for the Crush as Torberg has it on the far side.
I think
Over
Judd was
to-
looking for another yard sale. Got the taste of one early in the game, and he wants another.
Wavering now. Gavin File caught up in front of the net. Torberg on Kuntz. Up to Wavering. Shot, goal.
Ooh.
Harens, excuse me. Connor Harens with
15
the answer.
yards out. Pretty much a laser beam, sidearm, beats Baumgartner.
Baumgartner got a piece of that one, but not all of it. Finds the back of the net. Spuds now up 7-2. Flag is waved on Judd. He will go back to the face-off X.
That was a great shot placement by the Crush. You know, he kind of around the hips, kind of locked Collins' arms from getting the save, getting a hand, and just trickles by him.
If you're the Crush there, maybe there's your answer. Just start shooting. They always look for the backdoor feeds or the good pick plays. Maybe you just got to get more balls on net. Oliver Judd wins that face-off, gets the touch, and rolls away.
Allness setting up the offense, moves it to Midthun.
Brighton Chose coming off the field. And who else but Oliver Judd? Oliver Judd, a contender for the grinder belt of this game. Huge game for the face-off guy. Judd down to Alderson. Good defense there by Bastien. Skip pass there, intercepted by Malminger. And the Crush set up in their clear.
The grinder belt might as well be changed to the Judd belt. Goal.
Turnover on the
Agardal.
clear by the Crush. Spuds capitalize once again.
Agardal extends the Spuds lead to 8-2 with 10 minutes and 2 seconds remaining in the third quarter. For those of you at home wondering, what is the grinder belt? The grinder belt is essentially a WWE wrestling belt replaced with a letter M in the middle, and it is awarded to whoever is the biggest grinder of each game for the Moorhead Spuds. It's a tradition that started this year. And Oliver Judd, I think he has the most wins of it.
We have a couple guys with multiple names on that belt.
Shout out to freshman Cohen Welly for winning the grinder belt.
Yeah, against Grand Rapids?
I believe so.
Jet Merceau with the face-off win. Leaves the ball for his buddies on offense. Brighton Chose over to Tweeton. All the way down to Alderson behind the net. Alderson from his spotted X. Rolling. Shot off the dome of Malminger.
Alderson loves those no-look, sidearm, low-angle shots.
Nick Ferendorf rolls out with that one. Jace Blythe with the step down.
Blocked.
Big eat there by
Yard sailed.
Owen DeMars.
I think Blythe will get called for playing without a stick.
That's a very iffy
Yeah.
Iffy whistle there. A lot of times your stick is in the middle of the play, and you can't touch anybody. Otherwise, the whistle blows. Spuds, another successful ride. And the takeaway, Nick Ferendorf, and a push with possession. Penalty on Waveren.
That was great wrap check contact by Waveren. Just couldn't get out of the pocket of Ferendorf.
Excuse me, that's Connor Harns that will take a seat for the push with possession. Another kind of unfortunate play for the Crush there. Harns was steering Ferendorf out of bounds. He turned his back to him. One extra shove sends Ferendorf to the ground and Waveren to the box. Harns to the box, excuse me.
Like we said earlier, anything in the back is pretty much going to get called no matter what. Trying to keep these kids safe.
Spuds in their man up, looking to extend their lead. Allness to Eggerdahl. Eggerdahl carries over the top. Back to Eggerdahl. Eggerdahl is almost within shooting range. This box by the St. Cloud Crush is playing a little bit shallow into the playing box. Oliver Judd now with the ball. Back to 6-on-6. Oliver Judd, one to beat. Can't beat Malminger. Believe he got a piece of that one as it goes over the cage. Some plays being yelled from the Moorhead sideline. Let's see what they can come up with.
Looks like
I don't know if
Crush
that was the play.
defender Nolan Avinson's depot broke while trying to guard Oliver Judd. Judd seemed to just run right through it.
And a huge shout out to Luke Eink on the St. Cloud bench, giving Avinson a pull. Do not believe he had a backup. And the sophomore on the bench comes in clutch for the Crush.
That's his teammate IQ, you know. You're not getting much minutes, but your guy, your teammate is. Sacrifice his stick, hits sections.
Everybody's got a role on the team, and today his role was the backup stick. Spuds back on offense. Mithun with it up top.
Moorhead Spuds are doing a great job of being vocal. You can hear the players yelling for movement as well as the coaches.
Alderson can't quite hold on to that pass there. Malminger scoops up the ball as it rolls into his crease. Avinson with the new pole out there. Finds Torberg on the clear. And the Crush with a successful clear finally. And a shot and a goal. Connor Waveren beats Baumgartner high to high. Skip pass there from Torberg. Colby Career coming in with the check a little bit too late.
I mean, that just shows it doesn't matter how hard your shot is, but if you can place it, it'll find the back of the net.
Back to a 5-goal differential.
Waveren just absolutely picking the top right corner.
Another doorstep chance there. If you're the Spuds, that's what can't happen. Another scoring update. Girls team tied 7-7 with 20 minutes left in the second half. We will try to keep you updated as much as possible on that game.
The Lady Spuds have yet
play.
to win a semifinal in their program history. So this is a big exciting moment for them.
Jet Mersil pass just out of the reach of Eggerdahl. Good hustle by Eggerdahl to chase that one down. A lot of subs onto the field. Mersil, Kuntz, and Sorby off. Tweeden, Ferendorf, and Chose on.
Going to the third quarter, you got to keep your middies fresh.
Tweeden looks to dodge on Donahue. Finds Alderson behind the net.
Spuds just moving around the ball. Continue to look for options.
All the way down to Eggerdahl. Blythe and Eggerdahl playing a little two-man game behind the net. Eggerdahl will look to dodge to his left. Ball comes down. Good play there by Brock Brown, the senior deep hole. Finds a skip to the crease. Shot and another goal. Connor Waveren goes high to high. Once again, very similar to the last goal scored by Waveren. Last goal scored for the Crush. Skip and somebody on the Spuds defense was sleeping again. Waveren left wide open in front of the net.
That was a great play by Brock Brown, the defenseman. It's an absolute dime to the doorstep for a goal. Joel Eggerdahl was stretching out his knee, slow to get up to his feet, but he is up and walking around.
A little bit of a momentum shift here. Spuds still up 8-4 with 4 minutes and 53 seconds to play in the third quarter. Oliver Judd goes early. Crush ball.
Crush starting to show some sense of urgency.
Torberg gets the touch and rolls away. One thing I was noticing during that last offensive possession for the Spuds is there has not been a lot of settled 6-on-6 goals. A lot of the goals for the Spuds come on fast breaks and failed clears for the Crush. Connor Waveren has 3 on the night. Ball swings up to Torberg.
Crush seems to just be moving the ball with a different type of intensity. Seems like they have a little bit more pep in their step.
Ruley. Skip there. Pass from Waveren almost rolls out of bounds. Good stick there by Colby Career. Now Braden Donk on the near side up to Torberg. Torberg will do it himself on Kuntz. And a wrap check there by Judd. Sweet play by Oliver Judd once again.
Oliver Judd is putting the clamps on Torberg.
Torberg kind of walked right into that one. He was guarded by Kuntz initially, dodged right into Judd, and Judd had a wide open. St. Cloud fans think that went in instead on the outside, and Connor Harns is a little shaken up as the Spuds look to clear. Career finds an open Kuntz in the middle, and this is where the Spuds are dangerous. Ball rolls into the end zone, where Eggerdahl will pick it up. Spuds will look to set things up. Judd back in the field, Kuntz off.
Rain is starting to fall here at Jim Goda.
A lot of umbrellas coming out.
Umbrellas are flooding the stadium.
And Joel Eggerdahl, I believe I heard timeout white. Could be wrong. Joel Eggerdahl limping off the field. Looks like a couple injuries for both sides of the ball in the attack position. Spuds will take a timeout, as will we.
At Moorhead Dental Associates, you'll get the very best care and state-of-the-art technology. Dr. Scatfold and Dr. Johnson are now accepting new patients. Call or stop in to Moorhead Dental Associates.
Blow. St. Cloud hyped out of that timeout. Timeout was taken by the Spuds, I believe, to give Eggerdahl a break. Joel Eggerdahl will come off of the field.
Joel Agerdal checking in with medical staff on his knee. This is a very tough game. It's a physical game. Wayne Gretzky himself used to play lacrosse and had to switch to a less tough sport because he couldn't take the lacrosse contact.
Well said.
That's a fun fact. I heard that story on NHL Network.
Rain continuing to come down here at Jim Goda Stadium. News crews putting their expensive cameras away. Caleb Alderson behind the net. Up to Judd. Judd beats Torberg. Shot and a goal. Oliver Judd with his 4th of the night. Torberg looked for the overhead check that was landed on him earlier in the game. Oliver Judd did a nice job of tucking his stick there and beating Malminger. Spuds up 9-4 with 2 minutes and 22 seconds to play in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think the Spuds felt the crush heating up a little bit, and Oliver Judd just said, hey, need to put them in their place and cool them down a little bit. And he does that by finding the back of the net.
Good timeout by head coach Logan Wimpkin for the Spuds, slowing down any momentum that St. Cloud thought they had.
With 2:22 remaining in the third quarter, number 17.
The Spuds girls team, last update, they were down 9-7 with 18 minutes remaining. Pfeiffer comes away with that one. Shot there on the outside of the cage. Braden Donk thought it went in for a second. Baumgartner said no.
Yeah, I think Donk celebrated or put his arms up.
Couple missed ground balls by both teams a couple of times. And the "Here we go, Moorhead" chant
comes raining in from the stadium.
Caleb Alderson over to Chose. Eggerdahl still sitting on the bench for the Spuds. Hope he is okay. Alderson all the way up to Blythe. Alness. Blythe clears through. Alderson behind the net to Chose. Bouncer, goal. Bryden Chose adds to the Spuds' lead. Spuds are now up 10-4 with 1:24 to go.
Like we said earlier, Brian Chose missing yesterday's practice and said, hey, doesn't matter. I'll still score.
He doesn't need to practice.
He doesn't need to practice. He'll still score. Talking about practice?
Another update for you. Girls team down 10-7 now with 13 minutes to play. That is the Moorhead girls lacrosse against St. Michael Albertville. I believe the 2 seed, Moorhead the 3 seed. Carter Mithun and Benjamin Ruley facing off now. Rain has seemed to slow up a little bit here at Jim Goda Stadium.
Umbrellas are still in full effect, though.
Torberg comes away with that one. Judd on ball, and a can opener landed by Oliver Judd. If he does not get the grinder belt tonight, I don't know who will. Oliver Judd
must know something.
With takeaway after takeaway, leading to another goal, finds Jace Blythe. And he extends the Spuds' lead once again. Oliver Judd not only burying, 4 goals today, also with 4 takeaways on arguably St. Cloud's best player.
Yeah, Mr. Oliver Judd over there must know something that the rest of the team doesn't know on Torberg, and he just continues to strip the ball from him.
He was watching film this weekend. Mithun and Wayne facing off. Ball just out of the reach there of Harns. Harns cannot cross the 30-yard line until somebody gets possession.
Kid is fast.
Down to Alderson, and he will look to slow things down a little bit.
30 seconds tick down in the third quarter.
Believe the Spuds will look to just hold this one. No sense in pushing anything to end the third quarter here. Ten seconds to play. Blythe up top on the box. Guarded by Nolan Avinson with his backup deep hole. Alderson buries. How about it? At the horn.
I think he beats the clock as well.
Caleb Alderson.
That is a good goal.
Nobody questioning the
goal
call. The horn did go. Clock is at 0. Ball's in the back of the net, and Spuds are up 12-4 on the Ryan Frisch Remax Legacy scoreboard.
That was a tough way to end the third quarter for the St. Cloud Crush. A lot of heads facing towards the ground, coming back to the bench.
Right when you thought the Crush were taking over some momentum here, Spud said no. Come back, put in 4 goals, and they have an 8-goal lead going into the fourth quarter. We'll be right back after the short break.
We asked the team how we should celebrate the $2 million given to Casasa members last year. Ben wanted to spread the news with the help of an airplane. Jen thought we should celebrate by giving everyone a cake. And Eric wanted to make it into a movie.
$2 million.
Steve thought, well, what if we just said it?
Last year, First Community Credit Union gave $2 million in Casasa rewards.
Revive Professional Massage Therapy Clinic, serving the FM community for over 9 years. Locally owned and operated. Open 7 days a week, day, evening, and same-day appointments available. Couples massages also available. 20 highly trained professional licensed massage therapists on staff. Now with 2 locations, South Fargo and Detroit Lakes. Offering online booking and online gift certificates. www.reviveprofessionalmassage.com.
Another score update. Girls team down 10-8 now with just over 13 minutes remaining. Scores coming via Twitter. Spuds up by 8 going into the fourth quarter. Just waiting for the time on the Ryan Frisch Remax Legacy scoreboard.
St. Cloud Crush have 4 seniors on the field tonight, whereas the Moorhead Spuds have 7 seniors, which very well could be the last quarter of lacrosse for either team's seniors.
You never know. Little difficulties here with the scoreboard on the west side of Jim Goda Stadium, but that gives everybody time to look at the new school directly behind it. Looking pretty good.
That thing looks modern. Looks pretty mean.
Do you think it's intimidating for teams showing up here? New school in the background, you know, like these guys are going to show up kind of thing?
I think the teams think, hey, Moorhead's up to something. They're building something.
They're building something, and it's not just a good lacrosse program.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, Moorhead Lacrosse has came a long way since 2019, going from the 4 seed. Actually, from like the 8th seed to the 4th seed to the 2 seed, and this year to the 1 seed.
Colin Welly, the freshman, I believe. Yes, Colin Welly, the freshman, with that face-off win. Ball to Joel Eggerdahl, just out of the reach of Eggerdahl, rolls out of bounds, and Crush will set up in their clear.
It's good to see Eggerdahl's back on the field, moving around.
At some point, you got to hope Wimpkin will sit Eggerdahl down, make sure he's good for what looks like Thursday. The Spuds hold on to this lead. Hasbargen now on Braden Donk. Crush still need a touch, I believe.
Hasbargen doing a great job of letting him know he's there.
And the failure call, great ride once again by the Spuds. St. Cloud with numerous failed clears in this game, leading to a lot of goals for the Spuds. Some umbrellas have gone away on these near bleachers. Some are still out. Wind is picking up a little bit.
Sun is starting to peek through, though. You always love to see that on a Tuesday night.
Brighton Chose now looks to go down the alley. Overhead check miss. Brighton Chose. Shot. Goal.
Another goal by Chose.
Overhead check missed there by Nolan Avinson with the backup depot. Once again, shout out number 13, Luke Eink, the sophomore, coming in clutch, letting his buddy Avinson use his pole for the rest of the game. Team player.
Chose really isn't into that whole practice thing, but he'll still bury 2 on the night.
Quick turnaround for either team that wins this game. 1 practice tomorrow, and then it's go time on Thursday for the section final. Looking to be like we'll have the first section final at Jim Goda Stadium in 2 days.
That'll be an exciting one to call. I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully it's another beautiful night, maybe a little less rain, a little bit more fans.
Another Twitter update. Girls are down 11-9 with just under 11 minutes remaining. Don't ask me how the time is moving so slow, but it is. And Agerdal with a delay of game penalty. I did not see that one.
I did not either.
Delay game, if there's a turnover and he rolls it too far away, stuff like that. If he's trying to waste some time, get a flag for that, especially up 13-4 like the Spuds are at the moment. Gavin File, yard sale. There has been a lot of yard sales today. File and Career fight for the ground ball, instead picked up by
another
Wavering.
Over the head check by File.
Moorhead defense putting on an absolute clinic here.
Yep, showing their aggression.
Ball comes over to Eggerdahl fresh out of the box.
Spuds defense giving each other knucks, saying, hey, that's what we do. Let's keep it up.
Sweet. Judd on Torberg. Rolls back out. Finds Blythe up top. Now Blythe on Torberg. Torberg beat both times. Good slide there by the Crush. Malminger with an easy save. Crush set up in their clear. Another failed clear by the Crush. Eggerdahl shouldered there by Avinson.
Blade's doing a good job of boxing out there and getting the ground ball.
Little basketball play there by Mr. Blythe. Boxing out in the paint. Getting the ground ball. Picking it up, giving Moorhead more time on offense. But I don't know. I kind of want to see some more of this Moorhead defense.
Yeah, me
after
too.
That last possession.
They're an exciting group to see a little aggravated because you'll never know what will happen. Could get Creer doing some super aggressive things.
Alderson to Eggerdahl. Big save by Malminger, back door. Malminger will carry it up. Slide it over to Brock Brown. Back to Malminger. Crush like to use all of the 20 seconds that they have to clear the ball. And another failure on St. Cloud. Another good ride by the Spuds. Alderson with the quick restart shot.
Save.
Bouncer. Malminger, big save.
7 minutes and 20 seconds remain.
Good stick check there by Bastine of the Crush. Judd with a little unnecessary hockey shot. Back towards his attackman. Torberg will look to push. Slide comes from Hasbargen. Torberg probably a little scared there. Hasbargen was running at him kind of fast.
Pass just over the head of his fellow attackman. Goes out of bounds. Collected by File. Baumgartner, all the time in the world.
He's got room. Bounce pass up to Allness. Allness
just a mishandle.
Can't handle that one. Not something you see from Allness all the time, but it'll happen. Harns now with it. On the near side, in the alley, guarded by Colby Career. Let's see what the Moorhead defense can do this time.
Like I said about 2 minutes ago.
And a questionable flag there.
Very
Colby
questionable flag on Career. It looks like it'll be a can opener that slightly opened. Marins completely onto the floor. Career is one strong boy.
Harns' shot just goes wide. Bomber to chase. Doesn't matter. Crush will stay with the ball. Colby Career is going to go for a 30-second hold. I believe Harns just tried to roll back and slipped on this wet turf, and the official had a bad angle.
Yeah, I think Career just took full advantage of his positioning, and he just threw up the X to Coach Alex Kelly, signaling that's a lock.
Girls now down 13-9 with just over 8 minutes remaining. But the boys up 13-4 with just under 6 to play. Looking like a return to the section final.
Yeah, another missed net from the Crush.
It's kind of been the story of the night for the guys wearing black.
Yeah, missing the net is crucial in lacrosse. Crucial in every netted sport, but especially this one.
Kuntz picks up the ground ball, launches it all the way down, somehow lands in Brighton Chose's stick, and a flag comes out on Brock Brown of the Crush. Caught Chose up in the neck area.
Neck area is another region that refs don't mess around with. They'll throw that flag. Ball in the hands of Judd.
Down to Alderson at X. Shot wide. Out of bounds. Spuds will stay with the ball. And Brown will go to the box.
Alderson does such a great job of getting up 5-5, maybe a little 5-2.
Brown instead called for a hold, so he will be taking a seat for 30 seconds. Trying my best to find score updates from the boys STMA Elk River game, the other half of the bracket for this Section 8 tournament.
Based on the looks of this game, I think it's going to be pretty tough for any team in Section 8 to take down this Moorhead Spuds. Their defensive unit is questionably one of the best in the state, while their offense has been doing nothing but producing. They got multiple goal scorers. They find the back of the net night after night. And they've been moving the ball very well. They're an unselfish team. They like to get a little fancy at times. But they can also sling the ball.
Jace Blythe with a shot from about 15 yards out. Sails over the cage. 4 minutes and 23 seconds to play in the fourth quarter. Another failed clear by the Crush has kind of been the story of the game here. Failed clear, but then they get it back. Harns now with it. Colby Career going to town on Harns.
Looks like Harns tried to show a little body, and Career just didn't budge.
St. Cloud working it around and working it out of bounds, actually. Spuds will pick up the ball on the near side. That will be Carter Midthune. Just under 4 to play. Spuds still up 13-4. Augie Dorn guarding Midthune there. Jace Blythe gets the yup from Wimpkin.
Another neck, contact to the neck.
That one was a little more
slide.
indirect
Yeah.
there. The ref pointed to the chest. Stick may have hit the chest first and then rode up towards the neck area. Alderson touched the crease with his hand, I believe, on the rollback there.
Alderson doing a great job of moving behind the net and find options, creating scoring opportunities. Often goes unlooked from the fans, but he's been doing a great job back there. Picked off.
Alderson, one-handed pick there. Slides it all the way over to Kuntz. Kuntz wanted a shot there. Bastien was there to meet him. We'll find Sorby instead. Bastien just hunting down there. Over and back. Play on was called. File, big body on big body. Spuds will come away with that one. And File will mishandle the pass. Hasbargen will mishandle the pass from File. Rolls out
2
of bounds.
minutes and 30 seconds remain in this semifinal game. I think it's safe to say that the Moorhead Spuds will be taking this one. It is still yet to be determined who will make the trek up to Moorhead and take on the Spuds.
Girls team now down 14-9 with 7:45 to play. Still time left. Ball rolling out of bounds on the near side here.
Just under 2 minutes remaining in the game and on your screen.
Ball out of bounds on Judd. Torberg with the quick restart.
Tornberg just pushing Oliver to the ground.
Shot, big save there by Baumgartner. Off stick low. Baumgartner coming up huge. Struggling to find a score for this STMA Elk River game. Only started 30 minutes ago. Believe that game is at St. Michael?
I believe
at Elk River.
Excuse me. Yeah. Creer showing off his hockey skills. And he gets off.
Elliot Wayne with a good box out there. Creer might have broken a stick, or he's just tired.
Yeah, he rips that helmet off and
needs a
could hear
breather.
him-
Torberg winds up.
here.
Torberg, absolute laser. Top left corner.
Torberg cuts the lead.
Could be too little, too late.
Yeah, cuts the differential down to 8.
Thought we were going to have to break out the calculator for that one. 13 minus 5. It's summer, you know.
My co-host has jokes. Fun fact, what was your GPA?
Probably higher than yours.
And we're back at the draw. I believe that is
Scoring for St. Cloud.
Mercil.
It is Mercil and Binsfeld, the sophomore for the Crush, getting some playing time now. One thing I've noticed the Spuds doing a lot of in the past couple games is scoring. So either team that they end up playing on Thursday gonna have to play some pretty sound defense to hold these boys to less than 10 goals would be ideal. Bouncer from Donk from distance misses the cage.
Misses the cage after a crush shot. Seems to have been a common statement. This Crush team only losing 4 seniors as time ticks down.
Jeffrey Almus draws the yellow piece of cloth. Free play for the Crush. Baumgartner comes out, way out of his cage. Pass out of bounds. And there's the horn. The Moorhead Spuds back to the Section 8 final for the third year in a row. Looking to make that 3 section final championships in a row.
Looking for the three-peat. We saw a lot of fans wearing the back-to-back section championship shirts, and I think the fans want a back-to-back-to-back section championship shirt. A special shout-out to St. Cloud Crush. Thank you guys for making the trek to Moorhead, and congratulations on an amazing season. The Crush will be losing 4 seniors, which will leave a very young team. So it'll be interesting to see how they perform next year and what they will add.
We will be back on Thursday. Game time, probably 6 p.m. here at Jim Goda Stadium. Spuds will play either St. Michael Albertville or Elk River.
Tickets will be sold at the gate, so if you're tired of listening to us, come to the game, fill the stands. It should be a great game.
Or if you're not tired of listening to us, feel free to stay home. No, I'm just kidding. All right, everybody come out here on Thursday, and we'll see you then.